You know those people who, even when they're facing what looks like total disaster, they just don't flinch? No panic, no fear, just this incredible calm? Well, today we're going to break down exactly that mindset. This explainer is all about the powerful philosophy of Chad Sensei. It's a guide to conquering fear by becoming something else entirely.
Okay, let's kick things off with this quote because it really hits hard. Fear is the ultimate thief. It's not just about stealing your courage in the moment. It steals your plans, your voice, your confidence, and if you let it, it'll steal your entire identity. It's the reason most dreams just never ever see the light of day.
And this idea leads us right into our first section. See, most people are living their entire lives as puppets, and fear is the one pulling all the strings. A lot of the time, they don't even realize it.
So, let's just get one thing straight right off the bat. This whole idea of the fearless man, it's a total fantasy. It's a story we tell, but it's not real. The actual goal isn't to stop feeling fear, because that's impossible. The real goal, the true power, is to feel that fear. Look it right in the eye and take control of it.
And you know this feeling, don't you? We all do. Those shaking hands before a huge presentation, the dry mouth you get during a really tough conversation. It's that awful, gut-wrenching sense that, yeah, you're alive, but you're not really living. You're just existing, trapped inside an invisible cage. Okay, so if being a puppet is the problem, what's the solution? This is where we get to the core of this whole explainer. It's time to stop running from danger. It's time to become it.
Now let's be super clear about what this actually means. Be the danger is not about being aggressive or intimidating. It's an internal shift. It's about building such a powerful inner presence that when you walk into a room, you are the one who controls the atmosphere. You master the pressure, so it never ever gets a chance to master you.
Think about it in real-world terms. Any high-stakes moment, a job interview, a confrontation, a big pitch, there are always two forces clashing. The pressure coming at you from the outside and your own power on the inside. You only win when the force inside you is stronger than the force outside, period.
So where does this battle actually happen? It's not in an office or on a stage. The real war against fear is fought right here, between your ears, your mind. That's the battlefield.
The big problem is that your body is running on some seriously ancient software. It literally can't tell the difference between a tiger about to pounce and a tough question from your boss. So it hits the big red panic button, floods you with survival chemicals, and your rational mind gets completely hijacked. You just turn into a pure, unthinking, emotional machine.
And this right here is the core conflict. Your emotion in these moments isn't your friend, it's your kidnapper. Fear paralyzes you. Anger makes you do things that you'll regret. But intelligence, that's your strategist. It looks at the facts, it sees the whole picture, and it guides you to clear, smart decisions.
So, how do you actually make that switch? How do you get your strategist back in the driver's seat? It's a simple three-step process. First, just take a deep breath. I know it sounds like a cliche, but it is a biological reset button for your nervous system. Second, get out of your head. Analyze the facts, write down the pros and cons. And third, once you have that clarity, you can finally make a decision based on intelligence, not on panic.
All right, once you've started to master your internal state, you can begin to use the most advanced weapon in any situation, and that weapon is silence.
This, right here, is what true power looks like. It's called non-reactivity. It's that unbreakable calm you see in people who just can't be provoked. You can't bait them, you can't throw them off their game. It is the ultimate sign that someone is in complete control of themselves and, because of that, the situation.
So, what does this look like in the real world? Someone tries to threaten you, you don't even blink. They try to get a rise out of you, and you just watch them, maybe even with a little smile. You understand that you don't have to react to every bit of noise. You speak only when you choose to, which makes your words and your silence incredibly powerful.
And here's the incredible result of all this. When you stop just reacting to everything and start acting on your own terms, at your own speed, you break free. You're not a slave to the pressure or the deadlines or what other people expect from you. You don't just beat the system. You become the system that everyone else has to react to.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the external battles, but now it's time to face the most critical opponent you will ever go up against.
So, I've got to ask you, who is it? Who's the one person holding you back more than anyone else? Is it some rival, a difficult boss? Is it the ghosts of your past failures? Well, the answer might actually surprise you. That's right, your greatest enemy.
The one who knows every single one of your weaknesses and whispers all your doubts right into your ear is you. The face you see in the mirror every single morning, that's the one you have to defeat first. And what's the #1 weapon this enemy uses against you? It's the comfort zone. You think it's this safe little harbor, a place where you're protected, but the reality is so much darker. It's not a sanctuary, it's a slow poison. It's the place where potential goes to die. And if you stay there long enough, your comfort zone will become your coffin.
And this brings us to our final, and maybe our most powerful idea. This is a call to action that asks you to stop fighting a part of yourself, and instead learn how to embrace it.
Look, we all have this primal, powerful force inside of us. A monster. Society tells us to lock it in a cage, to pretend it's not there. But this philosophy says that's the biggest mistake you can make. The real tragedy isn't having a monster inside you. The tragedy is living your entire life and never even realizing the incredible power you had hidden within.
This is the choice you have to make every single morning when you wake up. Are you going to keep being a slave to your fears, your doubts, and your comfort zone? Or are you finally going to acknowledge that power you have, unleash that monster in a controlled way, and take charge of your own life?
From this moment on, the number of backup plans you have is this: 0. There is no plan B. There is no escape hatch. There is no, oh, I'll just try again next year. There is only the path forward.
Because when you really get down to it, it all comes down to this one final, stark choice. In the war against fear, there is no middle ground. You either commit 100%, unleash your power, and you win, or you hesitate, you stay in that coffin, and you turn to dust. So the only real question left is, what are you going to choose?